you? Yay.
Awesome.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, so
Francesca sleeping.
I know. We are in Zoom. Hold on. Cool.
I would even take a Zoom call right after waking up, I would admit. I usually need like my hour to like actually wake up.
How are you doing your background, Chris?
It's actually not that hard. You just go onto like the video button at the bottom left.
Oh, you can like pick it into Zoom?
Yeah, and then you just do like a virtual background. You can even do green screen if you really do want to like go all in. But yeah, you can set like a video background or you can do like a photo background.
We were working a lot yesterday. We got a lot of stuff done, so I have a feeling she hasn't gotten much sleep. So.
You can start with auto, I guess.
Yeah.
And then whatever way it works.
Yeah. Okay. I guess, do we want to go around and do like some basic introductions and stuff? I don't, Chris, want to start?
Hear me, by the way?
You could bring it up a little bit more with your volume, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Chris is an ENFP for anyone that is,
I still don't know what that swings me.
I know, he's not into typology stuff really at all.
It's okay. We know what it is.
Yeah, so.
Chris, no, it's cool. I can introduce myself.
Yeah.
But I'll just use the normal terms to do that. So I'm Christiaan. I'm from South Africa. I own a marketing agency and media production company. We are based in Johannesburg, South Africa. We're a full service agency, anything marketing related, be it SEO, websites, branding, design, social media, and so forth. And then media production is obviously photography and video production type of work. We work with different clients like Miss South Africa, Mercedes-Benz. I don't know if you guys know the hotel names, but like Blue Radisson Hotel and Sun International type of brands we work with. I've been in the business of marketing for 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years. Got an honors degree in marketing management. And currently sort of phasing out of lockdown with COVID and everything. Today we went like to what they call like level 2. So level 5 was when it was like completely locked down completely.
Okay.
So we moved to level 2 now. So most of the economy is opened. Obviously like international travel is not happening, but internally like most things have like opened again.
Okay.
Including like, your smaller things like gyms and traveling everywhere and so forth. But for us, like as an industry, because we're in the digital space, we have more work now than ever before. But obviously, people in the tourist industry and so forth have really just been nuked, so to speak. I know Andy for a year now. We started off with Salt for X and then more this year focused on Andy, Andrea.
Yeah.
I think I've just been there like in the background predominantly, just like reminding Andy that she has Andy Andrea that she's working on. But obviously as time goes by, I'll obviously try and get more involved.
Oh yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff going on, I think, with AP Global and with lots of other projects, so it'll be good. So yeah,
and I know I need a haircut. I cut my hair since March. And it's been quite the challenge to get a haircut, but I'll try and do that soon. But that's enough from me.
Okay, Raylin, you can go next.
Okay, so I didn't do all of the college stuff and all of that, but I have been practicing art for about 30 years, and I just got good at it over time, and so that's basically why I think I'm here.
Yeah. So Raylan's basically, so she's going to be doing sales rep work for ANDEANDREA, and then also her main role is going to be more for AP Global. So she's going to be a beta test artist for AP Global in addition to have a position with AP Global as well. And all of that stuff is starting within the next month or so. So
So
it's just So
it's not finished yet. That's all.
Yeah. So she's just She's being very generous with basically just like going through orientation and kind of like getting on all of that stuff. So yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and it's COVID down here hasn't really done anything for like nothing has changed basically except for going to Walmart. My job or anything, the art, all of that, it hasn't changed. Communication hasn't changed. We still have the internet, so we're basically okay.
Yeah.
And then but down here it's like it's so much worse with the humidity. It's it's stifling, like it's bad.
Yeah. Cassie, do you want to go next?
I've been messing with my mic to see if it's even louder, but I don't think it's going to get louder than this.
I think we can. Can I hear you? Me too. Yeah.
Apologize for that headset. Just have a knack for, I don't know, promoting the best in people and organization. I do have some marketing training. I trained with Disney for a while, about 8 years ago. I've also been under the wing of, say, I don't know if anybody knows about Hill Holiday, the previous art director. He taught me a lot in marketing, as well as previous marketing director of Mattel Games and Toys. He also, he was one of the people I studied under when I was in college back in California. So I guess that's my claim to fame in a way, but I mean, really, it's just, I guess I'm just good at that, good overall with it, and I've helped other companies do their marketing and at least bring organization to their startup. So, yeah.
Cassie's going to be, she's doing like administrative assistant work currently, and she'll be, I think over the course of time, she'll be doing more and more like business development work as well. So there'll be a lot of, I think, different hats that she'll be wearing over the course of time. So yeah. Building an entirely new structure of ANDEANDREA for the past, like, it's been about the past like 10 months or so, almost past year. And like Wednesday, Thursday time is probably going to be around like the launch day per se. There's still going to be certain areas on the site that are going to be a little more private for, because they'll just be getting finished over the course of the next month. So the whole site's going to be rolled out in phases. Sales rep work will be starting for Raylin and help on the B2B end of things. And I know Cassie will be helping a lot with building the wholesaler relationships when it comes to the retail side of things. And Chris is going to be helping a lot on the marketing end and probably multiple other random avenues, I'm sure, as well. So
excitement.
Yeah.
Maybe share the link to ANDEANDREA.com, the test site.
Okay, so let's see.
I see it's in Australia.
Yeah, we'll have the servers directed to the one with the hyphen, but it'll be directed to like all the ANDEANDREA sites basically. So it'll be ANDEANDREAshop.com, like all that stuff. They'll all link back to the same site. So.
The site looks really good still. Mm-hmm. It's still like the original templates
if you've noticed with some of
but it's still the clean look.
Yeah, the clean minimal look, absolutely. Yeah.
It looks nice.
It does. Looks so good.
Yeah, I like it a lot too.
The analytics and tracking and Facebook pixels, what I can help with that if it's needed, or if someone else can do it, that's also great. Okay. Yeah, same for the Facebook pixel, and yeah, Bob's your uncle, I guess.
Right. Slowly rolling everything out. We'll have the membership section done as well. We're going to be testing the membership plugin in the next couple days. And I'm just going to be finishing any little products that need to be finished. And then, yeah, so I just kind of wanted to get it rolled out throughout the rest of the year. The next going, but
woo!
Yeah, I know. I have custom packaging for ANDEANDREA, so I'm very excited. I'll send over like I'll send some screenshots and stuff of what they look like and everything. So it looks really cool. There's going to be just nice white ones with the black AA logo for retail for buy, and then there's going to be like nice cloth envelope black ones with white AA for the rent, and then those can be sent back and free shipping and everything for any customers that do any rents. So
very nice.
Yeah. So I've been kind of OCD on the packaging and making sure all the packaging is really pretty and nice. For AP Global, I mean, we don't necessarily need to really chat on it too much, but that's more where Raylin's going to come in a lot more, and Cassie's just going to be in everything. So she's just going to be kind of all encompassing a lot of stuff. So yeah, Chris is kind of going to be in everything too. He's going to be a little like, you know, all over the place. So yeah. And Herman has so many other projects going on. I feel like he's going to kind of phase out a little bit into the year. And then I have two other app developers to bring in within the next month or two that'll be working more on the app development side of things. So, because I want to, if we can, I'd like to get the app out by the end of the year. And then that way I can work on AP Global app next year. So that's the plan.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like just like
a screen sharing.
A video that screenshots like, yeah, and just like, you know, like one of those like 15-second videos, and it's just like a quick overview, like a 15-second like quick video, and it's just like a teaser, like coming soon. So you just like showing a bit of the site, but not saying like exactly like how a second or less, and keeping it interactive.
Yeah.
And then once you've got like actual video footage, then definitely I will be able to make something nice for you.
Okay. Good. So, yeah.
As long as they are trustworthy, that is already
a
step in the right direction for you. And
Agree.
It's like when you, not screw up, but you like get screwed, and then you're like, if I just did that one single thing, all of this would not have happened. And it's like, okay, great. Life is just treating me so well right now.
I don't know. Just so things are done with integrity, and the technology's there, and the development's there, and just everything is on point. So.
And it's efficient.
Yes, definitely.
Good to meet everyone. Almost everyone.
Yeah, so good afternoon, good morning, and good night.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. I am so not used to Zoom, so it's like a whole new world. So for the meeting earlier, just because we're on just so many international global times right now, so Francesca had actually the wrong time was on her alarm, and so we're doing kind of this meeting a little bit later, just right after the last meeting, just to try and like come full circle with everything. So
Here we are.
Yeah. So all I basically just did with the last one was I just had people go through and do just kind of some brief introductions. So if you want to do a brief introduction, and
sure, no problem. So I'm Francesca, and I am currently working for Andy as her developer and designer. And
lots of projects. There's going to be more. There's going to be more.
Yeah, that are really going really well.
Yeah, everything's great.
Everything's going great. And it's been very exciting for me to work on some of these projects, particularly AP Global. Can we talk about the projects?
We can. I'm going to go through and probably edit stuff anyway, so we can kind of focus a little more on ANDEANDREA, but this is so.
AP Global has been very exciting, but the one that is launching shortly that we've been working on for quite a while is ANDEANDREA, and that is a very forward-thinking fashion business that's going to help revolutionize the way that we do fashion, helping there be less waste in the world, helping the fashion industry be more sustainable, which everything that we're doing under Andy's wing is very future focused and focused on sustainability and trying to bring some innovation into the business world. And that's my favorite way to work. It's my favorite way. And it's my favorite way to dedicate time to a project. So I've been very excited to do this with Andy, and I can't believe we're finally launching Andy Andrea.
There's just so many moving parts to it now. There's so many moving parts to the company and how it is working. And it's all good, but it went from just rentals for women to now it's this, we have buy and rent men and accessories and just all of this stuff. And so now it's a lot of moving parts. And
you did get very excited with the buy section. And I think you
have it there. I think that less than 5% of stuff is going to be from Canada or Europe. So we do have a few little sources, but in general, it's all going to be like New York, California. It's all very like central. So it's like supporting economy, very sustainable, as organic as possible as well.
Some wonderful stuff on there to buy and to rent.
Yeah, I'm going to be like...
Well, like even me, when I am working on it, I have to see everything that you're doing and all the dresses and all the products and like literally every dress. I'm like, I want that. I want that. The dress section is my favorite.
I add a really good amount of jewelry too, so that we have like a good variety, a good options, so that people have, just what people seem to like. So I tried to take into account human consensus, people consensus, and then also things that I liked too. So I tried to, do a little bit of everything. So
wearing a dress today.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to do at least some type of call and everything with you, just so that we could chat about some things, and then kind of just so we had something, basically.
But why now? Why this time? This is like one of the most exciting things happening. So I hope that don't pay me. That's fine.
But Herman is going to be, he has a bunch of other projects going on too. So I think he's going to be kind of gradually coming in and out the rest of the year, but it's going to be a little bit of a phase out with him because he has so much going on. But I have two other app developers that are going to be coming in that are US based too, which are they're from another friend's startup that just launched, and they've been working on their app for a while now to React or any of the UI or UX design or any of that stuff. I think will be good.
Yeah. And I was saying, maybe over time, like when it's a little bit more of like a company or something.
when things get launched and it's less in development phase, because people don't seem to understand that if you're a CEO or a founder of a company, it's pre-revenue, it's no revenue, it's through bankruptcy, it's through everything. Like, you are still paying people, you are still getting things going, you're going more into the negative before launch over anything else. So it's kind of like, I'm not saying like, oh, it's like, obviously you have investors or you have other ways you have savings, your own investments, other ways to do things. But it's like, people don't seem to understand that even through the 8 to 10 months of development, like, you're still like, you might not be managing traffic flow to the site, and you might not actually be managing the orders, but you're still managing a team, you're still managing the development of everything, and being very much a part of the entire process. So
absolutely. And 8 to 10 months of like hiring developers and other things is not cheap, for app development as well. So there's a lot that goes into it. People think that being a business owner is so glamorous, and even I used to think that, But after having my own sister run YCL Jewels and see her lose her hair, see her get wrinkles, I'm just like, no, girl, no. That's not for me.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about your website and maybe your YouTube a little bit too, and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to.
Sure.
Can we talk about how we met, or should we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we met through YouTube, with both of us having a very strong liking for personality type, MBTI, cognitive functions.
Oh, and Francesca's an INFJ, so just for everyone that's, I let people know about the ENFP, and like other people, everyone seemed to check in, but I just kind of I'll probably just leave it down in the information box of what everyone.
Yeah, perfect. So. Andy's an INTJ, if you can't tell. And yeah, so and we were just talking for about 6 months. We bond a lot over typology. I would be the kind of person she would come to for emotional, relationship kind of information.
Human stuff.
Yeah, and then it did take kind of a while. I think for INXJs, it takes a while for trust to develop. But then I think it was after about 6 months to a year, Andy has been seeing a lot of the work that I was been doing. I had been working at the time at a digital agency at the Gold Coast. And, you know, she's always very interested in anything creative or anything, even, you know, development. So we'd constantly be kind of sharing that as well. And one day she asked me to be on the team. And yeah, so ever since then, I've been freelancing for Andy as well as working a job here in Brisbane. And yeah, so my company name is, well, my freelance name is Franimations. So you can find my website at franimations.com.au. And yeah, I've just been posting some of my recent work on there. And I do have a YouTube as well, completely separate. I'm very into spirituality and living a life very authentic to one's intuition. So at the moment, I'm reading tarot cards on my channel, and we'll be doing various spiritual advice videos on there as well.
I'm trying to think. I guess I could just say, so Francesca's an INFJ, Chris ENFP, he doesn't even care. He was like I don't even know, whatever, you know. And
he doesn't know enough about it yet, that's why.
Yeah, it's just not, I feel like for some people it's a study topic, and for others it's kind of like, it's whatever, you know. I believe it's beautifully applicable when it comes to the business world. That's where I personally really pay the most attention to it, is just all the business world.
How true it is, or how it really works, and gives you so much data about the people around you, which I really need to know all the times to make sure I'm kind of adjusting to them and keeping harmony in my environment. But even my boss at work, so he's an ESTP, but very NI focused, and I'm very SE focused, and he listens to some of the things that I say, and he now is obsessed with it because he sees how true it is.
Extroverts in general, and even like, because I noticed this with my like ENTJ business partner, that like ENTJs also aren't that into it because they just don't really feel like it necessarily applies to where they put people or why. To me, I view it as just I view it as very business applicable. So I really love that part of it. And then I also have found it very interesting assessing all the patterns from not only my circle always being intuitives, but just like me, I just find gathering the data and information over the course of my life interesting. So, you know, and I love studying it in general. So it's always going to be like a study topic of mine. So
and that was the most interesting thing for me, actually, when you remember when I thought I was an ENTP on the test. So I did ENTP, but I was looking back when I was learning about it, and I was like, why are all my best friends NFPs if I'm an ENTP? I was like, this person's an ENFP, that person's an INFP, just like every NFP. And then when I found out I was an INFJ, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, both you and I we're not stereotypical MBTI types whatsoever. No. We're very, very different types as far as where we favor our cognitive functions and where that applies to our life too. So, but yeah, so you're an INFJ, Chris is an ENFP, Raylin's an ISFP, and Cassie's an ENFJ. And so those are like the main types as far as for video calls, and it's just people that could make today. And I really love that, like, so far the design team is like INFJs and ISFP. I think it's like all INFJs and ISFP is like the design team. I think that is the perfect aesthetic for the creation of anything.
Your companies. Yeah. You've collected all these INFJs.
Yeah. SE inferior aesthetic is just the best. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it has, not that, I think every type has a different style of aesthetic and they have a different eye for detail. But I have just found that it just, the SE inferior, like that hyper attention to detail and how minimalistic and focused and just we can be, I think it's just nothing tops it quality wise to me, you know, as far as developing companies, websites. Yeah, I think that's why we're able to work so well together. I think that's why we're able to develop more like perfect aesthetics together, because we're both able to like be very symbiotic, you know, with how we design something. So
and that's the thing, you know, with you, I think you've been working with developers previously with aesthetics, and you were
I had to correct everything. I had to fix or I had to just navigate everything. I had to do everything. So I was just like, why am I even hiring you? And then edit them poorly. And I was just like, this isn't even like, not only is this not in line with the branding and the aesthetic of the company, but it's not even like, it doesn't even look very good. Like, it looks more thoughtful with how I've developed things, where with kind of like more the long-term team with everything, so that we're all on the same like page when it comes to aesthetics. We're all on the same page when it comes to branding. We're all on the same page when it comes to being able to create beautiful aesthetics. Like, honestly, like even Chris's stuff is great. Like he has such a great eye for aesthetics. So, you know,
it's good. And it's a perfect aesthetic for all your companies, I think. Just minimal, but attention to detail, a little bit future focused as well. So
But I'm gonna be working on it the rest of the year, but I'm excited for it.
So you spend your nights just in your room, like
just like in my head mostly, and then I just write down all the main details and I formulate it as time goes on. This past year, just the redevelopment, and now we're in the alpha launch. And this is more like the final, this is like, I mean, it's a new company virtually because of how many additions that have been done. But it's just the complete concept. And then also rolling out like the partnership program next year, and the whole like AI bot I want to have, and like the little stylist bot will be so cool.
So cute.
So there's just going to be so many cute little, like just cool, innovative, technologically advanced things that will keep rolling out with the company, which is how all of my companies are going to operate. So it's just in that space. ANDEANDREA was just like, I had just accumulated so much fashion over the course of 7 to 10 plus years that I was just like, there's going to be a lot more rental curation that will be happening in the men's and women's, but it's going to be, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I already have private orders before.
To her ex-boyfriends that her designer purchases were all justified.
Oh, they are. I don't think people, seriously, like, I don't think people understand how much, if you're strategic about your fashion curation, it can all be an investment. It's literally like, to me, it's the equivalent of just having like an art collection. Like, it's been just a full like art collection for me. So, you know, so it's very much the same. It's literally, it's turning fashion into an asset. It's turning something that is just going to sit in your closet and you might use 1 or 2 times, or maybe for that one event. And it turns it into not only a reoccurring revenue stream, but it turns it into just more of an asset, something to actually be utilized, you know? So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good job, girl. You've done such an amazing job.
Thanks. It's been a lot of work, and I'm just kind of, it's just a lot of work. I just want to make sure this year is just, I'm working my ass off this entire year just to make sure that every single launch, every single thing that happens is just flawless, happens well, and just everything is successful. So, because there's just a lot that I don't even like publicly talk about that's going on with everything, with other business partners, that I'm not even like disclosing to anyone, and I don't think people actually understand the full scope of all the work that I'm doing. So
yeah,
but
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I can contact you on the phone almost any single time of the day,
because I don't
even though
sleep.
I'm in Australia and you're still awake. Like, it's like, when is this woman sleeping? It's
yeah, I definitely, I'm going to go to bed after this call. Is when I'm going to sleep today. So half of sleep in the past 24 hours. So I need some sleep at some point soon. So
you do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, awesome. Thank you for joining in chat and everything. And then I'll probably talk to you later. So
No problem at all. Bye. Sleep well.
Thank you.